Press Reset Earth here. It's Saturday, August the 2nd, 2014. And in case some of you haven't heard, we are in the midst of the deadliest Ebola outbreak in history, apparently, right? And, you know, this is cause for concern, especially when this virus is actually airborne, okay? And it says here in this BBC article, written in 2012, that researchers from the Canadian Food Inspection Agency and the country's public health agency have shown that pigs infected with Ebola can pass the disease onto macaques, I don't know what those are, monkeys or something, without any direct contact between the species, right? Well, that sucks. So, you know, this whole thing started when this guy, Patrick Sawyer, an American that was in Liberia, got infected. And he decided to hop on a flight, and somehow the Liberian government let this happen. Whoops, right? Come on. This whole thing, it stinks, okay? It really does. And I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, so this guy, Michael Sawyer, got in a flight to Ghana, and then went to Togo on another flight, and then flew to the international travel hub of Lagos in Nigeria, and then he died 5 days later from Ebola, okay? And he came in contact with at least 59 people, and who knows where they are now, right? Could be anywhere in the world, because Lagos is an international travel hub, right? And on top of all that, we have 2 Americans with Ebola being flown to the United States in Atlanta. Well, what now? Why would they do that? I don't know why they would do that. Well, maybe I do. And I'm sure my gut's telling me the same thing your gut's telling you. You hear what I'm getting at? You see what I'm getting at here? Yeah. And then, of course, we have the CDC pumping $100 million into containing this crisis. So, you know, so far I gotta say I'm a little split down the middle with this situation, this crisis, so to speak. You know, part of me says that this is serious, and it's like, you know, scary, right? The other part of me says, you know, that this is all just hype, and they're going to use it to clamp down and implement some sort of medical martial law. And no doubt they're going to do that either way. So even if it's a threat or not, we need to really tone down the fear with this situation. I've seen videos from other YouTube channels and stuff saying, alert, alert, you know, like red alert, red alert. You know, out of all, I will say this, out of every situation I've covered so far on my channel, this is the most cause for concern I've ever had. I will say that, but also this is a manipulator's wet dream. This is the elite's wet dream, okay? So at the same time, we need to make sure they don't play on our emotions. And so, I mean, what are you going to do? And just so all of you know, I will be putting out a video about this situation, about the fact that there's 2 agendas at work here. We have, of course, the depopulation agenda, and then we also have the agenda, as I just said, to implement a medical martial law. And there's also some evidence popping up, which I still have yet to confirm and decipher, that this was actually a bioweapon designed to be released by the elites, right? You know, common sense sort of just tells me that anyway, without, but, you know, because they've been this is a wet dream for them. This, if this is legit, if there's an Ebola pandemic, global, oh man, they would this would be just la la land. Am I right? They'd be in heaven. Or should I say hell? Hell, because they're demons. They run hell, they love hell. So either way, they'd love it. That's what I'm getting at. And so stay tuned for my video that I'll be putting out probably within the next week, hopefully sooner rather than later, exposing this whole situation for what it truly is, for what's really going on here. So yes, to my subscribers, or to anybody watching this video, send me any information you come across, or any leads that would suggest, what my gut tells me, and I know what your gut tells you, that this thing stinks to high heaven. This whole situation stinks, right? So let me know. It's been Press Reset Earth, and as always, stay up and stay real.